Good evening. Once again, my name is John Exted. I'm 20 years old, a 2009 Oak Creek High School graduate, and I am a 6-year post-non-related bone marrow transplant cancer survivor. I was born with a rare genetic disease called Fanconi anemia, which is a bone marrow disease. I was born on April 8th, 1990 in Cudahy, Wisconsin. I was seemingly a healthy young baby. In June 1993, when I was 3 years old, I started to bruise easy when doing just the fun things that kids do. So my parents took me to the doctors for a checkup. They then sent me to Children's Hospital, where we met with Dr. Paul Scott, a hematologist. They sent my blood to Rockefeller University Hospital to Mayo Clinic. The results were returned and confirmed over the next few weeks. I was diagnosed with a rare genetic disease called Fanconi anemia. So the bone marrow that was just recently started, the bone marrow registry that was recently started was research for donors. They found someone who was a near match in the standards in 1993. So my doctor continued to monitor my blood cells counts between the years 1994 and 2003. During this 10-year span, I was in the hospital for a clinic on a monthly basis. These visits kept my entire family worried about me and the fear that my bone marrow would fail anytime soon. In 2003, I had been put on Anadrol, a steroid, to help produce red blood cells and platelet cells. My doctors found a growth on my liver in 2003. In the summer of 2003, I had an operation that took a portion of my liver that over the next 6 months regenerated. After having an operation, I was taken off the Anadrol, and my doctor had to test my blood monthly to review my blood cells. Over the next several months, I needed blood transfusions. The risk of these transfusions was after having transfusions, it created a greater risk for the non-related donor bone marrow to fail. We visited Fairview University Hospital in Minnesota in fall of '03 to visit the transplant team that had performed several non-related bone marrow transplants for Fanconi anemia patients. In late June of '04, we arrived at the Ronald McDonald House to prepare for the bone marrow transplant in July 7th of 2004. 2 donors failed because they were sick during that span. But finally, after searching for donors, a 28-year-old male was found to be perfect 7-on-7 match for me. I have never met this man and to this day do not know his name. I have his marrow living inside of my body, keeping me alive, and every day I say a prayer that his life be blessed for his giving me new life and a second birthday. The process started with 1 session of full body radiation and several treatments of chemotherapy to kill my own bone marrow. I did not wait for my hair to fall out. I requested that a male nurse shave my head. I wanted to lose my hair at my own request and not from the treatments. At about 1:30 a.m. on July 7th of '04, with my mom and my dad by my side, my new life from bone marrow transplant was performed. The very next morning, from inspiration from watching Lance Armstrong overcome his personal battle with cancer, I requested a stationary bike be brought to my room, and from the first day I started riding the bike. Over the next 10 days, the bone marrow started to graft in my body and cells were showing up in the samples. These days took fighting hard to overcome the feeling of just wishing I could just be done with it all. The years that I spent leading up to this fight have prepared me and given me hope with the support of my family and friends. I reached to connect with my faith, my inward personal faith, and the strength of my family and friends. I knew that the battle could be won through advances in medical sciences and the belief that we could fight this together. I cannot keep a strong desire to overcome without my parents and family. I currently attend at MATC College and will be transferring in UWM in the fall of 2011. And a little something for everybody to know. Hope remains, the work is never done, the passion never dies, our vision is not blinded, our hearts beat faster, our backs never give up, the work is ever in progress, failure is not the option, today is not over and tomorrow is here to come. We will defeat cancer on every front. Thanks to all who are caregivers, to the sick, and to those who donate time, money, and resources to keep our dreams alive. Best wishes to all. Thanks for having me share my story.